Yo, today about to be reacting to movies I would hate to live in. Hey man, let's see what you talking about.
Growing up, I
Definitely
always wanted to
sinners.
be in movies. Not like an actor. I mean, like in the movie. Who could blame me? They're so cool. But now that I've grown, I see that a majority of these movies I thought were super cool to live in actually aren't. So that's what I'll be going over today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some movies I'd hate to live in. Yeah, new little series. And in the end, I'll go over the movie that I'd hate to live in the most.
Sinners though.
First one up.
The movie that I would hate to live in the most. I'm gonna come back to y'all.
Avengers, or every Marvel movie. As much as I love superheroes, you gotta be an idiot to wanna live in the Marvel universe. If you know even the slightest bit about Marvel, you know these dudes deal with planetary threats. No joke, more often.
If I was to live, okay, I could be a hero in the Marvel movie, but being a citizen, man, hell no, they do not care about the citizens. Spider-Man used to in like the older Spider-Mans. But nah, they do not care
I
about the
see my
citizens.
dad. And New York, that's the worst. NYC is like the punching bag or like the 1960s wife of the MCU. This city does not catch a break. Cause on top of the usual stuff New York already got to deal with, you know, rats, high rent, drill rappers, rats. Now being in the MCU, they also got to deal with constant alien invasions, a wizard opening rifts in the city, a giant who eats planets, a literal god, and a meth head with superpowers. And to a New Yorker, that last one probably sounds like the most regular one. If you were about to be teleported into the MCU, this city would quite literally be the worst place to be living already. And I already live here. Yep.
I mean, I was okay. It depends on. Yeah. You right.
It's
I just couldn't be a citizen. Hey y'all, let me get an ad block when I get monetized. Don't worry about it. If I had
not like if I
superpowers,
got
I ain't tripping, bro.
tapped in, I'd be put in like Wichita, Kansas or something. I would literally be in the epicenter of the problem. And as a regular New Yorkian civilian, I have no option but to live every day like it's my last. Cause it literally could be. And at that point, I don't think I'll even be scared. No. I'm gonna just start trying stuff. Go to the club, try some new foods. I mean, you might even see me in the alleyway with Sentry. What else am I supposed to do when I'm living in a universe where Thanos can randomly pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy for him? The sad part is, it wouldn't even have to be Thanos either. Because as a New Yorkian, we're not even allowed to have Blick. So what are these street ser villains like the Vulture?
Yeah, bro. In that regard, this wouldn't be the worst place to live in. Cause guess what? You can go move to like Canada or Alaska or some shit, or somewhere that stuff don't happen. Colorado or some South Dakota, North Dakota. You know.
Or even lower than that, those bank robbers from Homecoming, they pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy too, and I'ma have to. Yeah, just keep me in regular NYC, bro. It's not worth it. I'ma be living there just to pay $5K a month on rent and have my first time seeing Spider-Man in person be watching him save a grandma while the Rhino is curb stomping me. Next up, I got a movie that might be even scarier because of how real it's starting to feel. iRobot.
That movie.
We all know this one.
Now
set in
this
the
movie
future.
is scary. Now I feel like this basically projected what the world is gonna be like, maybe minus the evil robots and shit, but this is projecting what the world will look like within a couple years. Maybe not in my lifetime, but if not in my lifetime, then the next lifetime. You feel me?
2035, 10 years from now, where robots and AI are completely integrated into society. And I mean completely. They deliver packages for us, cook for us, keep us company. They keep the streets clean and even work with the police to ensure crime rates stay low. These things are everywhere doing any and everything for us. Now, I know what you may be thinking.
Then what do they
Robotic
do for work?
huss? Just kidding. I know what you're thinking.
Robotic
Well, that
huss is
doesn't
crazy.
sound so bad. Robots doing everything for us? That sounds great. That's wrong. This is terrifying. Because aside from the fact that these things doing everything for us would pretty much turn us into skillless people from WALL-E, these things constantly being around us is a danger in this world. Because the people in this world like robots so much that they're convinced that they can't hurt humans. What? Bro, I know I'm not tripping.
Man, anything can happen, bro, and it did happen. What? Nah.
Am I tripping? Judging by the way people feel about AI right now, I refuse to believe in 10 years humans will be so comfortable with AI and
They will.
robots and stuff to the
That's
point.
why bro, you see them robots that they're developing. They might be like an arm and leg for them, but sooner or later, they're not gonna cost that much.
Comfortable not only living with them, but saying they can't commit crimes? What? Man, I've known my Siri for 10 plus years and I still don't trust her. You think I'm gonna trust this thing? But that's how it is for some reason in this world. People trust and love these robots. So they pretty much get a get out of jail free card. And if you live here, that should be terrifying for you. Could you imagine how out of control this could get? If there's no police around, what would stop one of these tin cans from shooting some random dude down the block and throwing the smoking gun into my hand? And guess what the cops gonna say when they roll up? So I was telling Bobby the other day, he should get the donuts from. He's got a weapon! That would happen every single time and they would never get caught because they're not programmed to hurt humans. But it doesn't end there because those are just hypotheticals. This movie goes on to give me legit reasons to not want to live around these things. So we see throughout the movie there's a heavy emphasis on Will Smith's hatred towards these robots. Like, he really does not like these things. And it turns,
it's been a while since I watched this, so I wouldn't know, but yeah.
it's because back in the day, Will got in this accident that sent him and this other car flying into some water. And when a robot came to save the day, it chose to save Will instead of the little girl trapped in the other car. RIP. Meaning, even when they're trying to help, these things could still leave you to die.
I mean, bro, I'd be grateful. Shit. I mean, RIP to the little girl. It definitely haunt me for the rest of my life. But come on, Will. Come on, bro.
So if it was me and a kid, an innocent kid trapped in a house fire, if the robot deems me as having the higher chance of living, it'll save me instead of the innocent 5-year-old child.
Oh, no, that's messed up.
Bro, finally made a right choice. But dang, that's messed up. What if that was my kid? I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
like,
I
you're
would
a
too.
robot. You can't like go gadget extend and grab both of us out the fire. That's ridiculous. What are you good for? Yeah, living here would suck. That's not even mentioning the thing running these robots, Vicky. An AI system built to protect people. Huh? Sounds hella familiar. And that ain't even mentioning the job market.
Hey, my
If
boy,
these robots
Sam.
do everything for us, how would we get jobs? Like, you know what I mean? They're robots. There's no room for human error.
So what do we do as a society? Do we just sit home like I'm doing right now and make videos? What do? We just sit home and be couch potatoes? What do we do? If the robots take over all the jobs, all the tasks of society, what do we do?
Employers would love them. No calling out, no talking back, no pay time off. I mean, you don't gotta pay them, period. These dudes are the perfect slaves. So if you're not building them or working with the police, you have nothing. Bro, this is exactly why I hope our world does not become like this. Cause if I worked a long 20-year career in, let's say, construction, I'll be damned if I lose my position to an oil drink. Screw loose having. Command listening.
Hey man, I'm gonna get an ad back when I get monetized. Don't worry about it, y'all. But how y'all day going? I heard that's what's up.
Another movie that scares me because it's realism.
Bro, that movie is not scary, bro. Honestly, that's not scary. It's just people are scared of things that's new. And that's a part of evolution, in my opinion. We will evolve to that eventually, but now is not the time. That's how I see it. That's not scary.
1984. This is one of them older films based on a book you might have read in school.
1984.
Nah, who am I kidding? Y'all don't read. So I'll give you a rundown. Like I said, this movie is based on a book written in the 40s. So, you know, dark times, dark books. And in this world, society sucks. Everything's bleak, gray, and dull. Censorship and propaganda about some war constantly in people's faces. And worst of all, people are monitored 24/7. And this ain't like, oh, cameras on the street, phone activity. No. This is cameras on the street, cameras at your job, and even cameras at your crib. Like a big TV in the middle of your apartment.
Yeah, I hate to live during this time. No freedom of nothing. You don't even get a free mind. You don't get a free thought, a free second in life. You can't spank yours. You can't, you know what I'm saying, do the nasty with the woman.
Dude's face on it and just watches you. Like, pause? But it still doesn't end there. It gets worse. Because this society in 1984 doesn't promote individuality even in the slightest bit. Any personal hobbies, drawing, writing, collecting, throw them out the window. You ain't allowed to do that. Any dreams, thoughts, or even memories, you're not allowed to do that either. I don't care how much you miss your grandma. Bro, you can't even have a shorty because their whole motto is you should only love Big Brother. Do I gotta say?
That's foo-foo. Hey, that's how you clean up your vocabulary right there. But that's suspicious. There we go.
Do I gotta say it? Pause. And then even
Yeah.
if you do try to do any of this stuff, you're kidnapped and tortured till you eventually lose all that individuality. This is so messed up. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all know that Boondocks clip, the
Did I just catch you on the beat shit?
That's what it reminds me of. Now, after all that stuff I just told
A
you,
little
you
bit.
honestly think I'd want to live here?
Hell
Hell nah. I'll take Thanos snapping away my local Ark over this stuff. That's why
Oh, yeah,
all
for
things
sure.
going on in the world right now
1984,
scare
that
me.
looks-
I want to
that
drag
looks truly depressing. I'm glad I wasn't born during a time like that because I'm sure that it was a time similar to that in history. Good thing it wasn't in this lifetime.
stays to this level. I mean, the fact that I'm even making this video with, you know, no issues means we ain't there yet. But we are definitely taking baby steps. Like, it's getting crazy out here. We got the Brits out here censoring Wikipedia, censoring Discord, censoring Spotify? Are we serious? We gonna make teenagers listen to Kids Bop in 2025?
Imagine being forced to listen to fucking Kids Bop, man. Hell no.
Marvel Rivals, bro. They over here monitoring voice chats. Like, I got a warning the other day for just telling some dude to hop off. I mean, obviously I said it in a bit of a meaner way, but still, what is this? Even YouTube with this silly ID thing, like, bro.
Wait, yeah.
What
What that
is this? Even YouTube with this silly ID.
YouTube's AI-powered age restriction is officially rolling out in the U.S. and it's going to impact viewers and creators. Here's everything you need to know about the. Yeah, I know.
Like,
I can tell,
why
but my
can't we
views
just
not
keep it
looking like
the
they did
good old
before.
days where they monitored us without telling us? Why do I have to consent to it now? And now, before I get to the movie that I'd hate to live in the most, honorable mentions: High School Musical,
Yeah. I want to fight everybody every day. I couldn't do it, bro.
singing it.
They need to put me in an alternative school if I had to go there.
Guess it would just get old, especially because it's so random. Imagine you just trying to take a dump in the school bathroom and you have to rush out to go and sing "We're All in This Together." And you didn't even get to wipe any of the Conjuring films.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
even gotta
for sure.
explain this one. Nah, I'm
For
just
sure.
I'm good.
For
Secret
sure.
Life of Pets, pretty self-explanatory too. And then the New War of the World.
I ain't watched
Bro,
this.
the special thing about this one is not only do I think it's one of the worst ones to live in, but it's also just one of the worst ones, worst movies. This movie is garbage, garbo. Like, the reason I wouldn't want to live here is not because of the aliens invading the planet, but because of the sheer embarrassment I would feel being a part of it. Imagine
Damn.
dying to one of these
This movie that bad? I heard about it, but I didn't watch it. Come on, Ice Cube, bro. How you go from Friday to this, bro? Are we there to tell you this, bro?
and the only person around to react is Ice Cube over his monitor saying, "Damn!" And now, the movie I'd hate
Come
to
on, Ice.
live in the most. Sinners. Alright, I don't think this one will be the worst one. Just wanted to hype it up a bit. But still,
Nah, it's not
it
the
would be
worst.
very scary to live in. This
Indeed.
movie, if you ain't watch it, 10 out of 10. At first, I thought it was a 9, but nah, it's a 10. This movie, if you ain't watch it, is based in the 30s, down in Mississippi. Which already, horrible start. But the scariest thing about this movie, if you're living there, isn't the time period it's set in. It's the fact that this world has vampires. Yeah, real, pure-blooded, bona fide vampires.
Yeah,
I first
bro, it took a while for that movie to play for me to understand what it was truly about. I didn't know it was about vampires, honestly, until I seen the vampires come on screen. Honestly, I was confused, but it was a
There'll be
great
some
movie.
racist Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter type of vampires. But nope, these guys are actually the opposite. They welcome every and anybody to their lifestyle. Which to me, if I was living here, would be even scarier. With a mean or racist vampire, at least you know where you stand. They gonna eat you, so you know, stay away from them. But with these ones, you just don't know. If one of these nice ones came to my door disguised, singing me a song and offering me money, well, of course you can stay the night. Come on in.
For
and it'd be
sure.
raps for me. And even if that wasn't the case, I would not be able to avoid these dudes. Because even if they don't try to roll up to my door, they're attracted to music. And you know, I'm not saying I'm some Mozart or anything. I actually don't even know how to play a single instrument. But I am saying
Nigga
a
can play it, I couldn't know.
1930s Derek is definitely gonna be at one of them jukes. And one of them nights we definitely gonna get a Sammy-like singer who's gonna attract the vampires, and it's gonna be the same story all over again. Yeah, living here,
Sammy.
I'm good off that. Even all this vampire stuff aside, like I said, this is in Mississippi in the 30s. If I'm not going to a juke, what the frick is there to do in the 30s? I might just die from boredom.
What is there to do in the 30s? Pick crops, do chores. That's about it. Ain't no TV. You can't talk to the huss. Yeah, man. It is.
I see why all people did back then was just pop out babies, because what else is there to do? Not to mention, these weren't the safest times either. Especially as a Dominican dude, or anything but white. I don't think that band of hooded men would see me and make any exceptions. Talking about some, hold on now, wait a second, Chuck. Put the noose down. I think this one's Caribbean. Nah, they don't care. They don't discriminate.
Yeah, black is black.
They do, but you know what I mean. They just trying to meet their quotas. So sinners, with or without vampires, I'm good. But I might dress up as one of the twins for Halloween. Who's trying to help me find the clothes? That's pretty much all the movies I wanted to.
Hey man, out of all these movies that he said, me personally, I would have to say that 1832 or 1932. 1935. I forgot the date, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When you have no freedom of nothing, you can't even think, you can't even act, you can't even fuck. You can't fuck because you're supposed to look up to this big brother figure. Yeah, bro, that's the worst movie that he said. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Let me catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.